Got another aim video for y'all. This is for like the new settings they put for season 2. Oh my god. Get out the way. But anyway, these like those new settings that they got for season 2. Pretty simple, but I'm gonna go over them just in case, you know, it might affect some of the stuff that's going on with y'all. Y'all might not know, I don't know. Pretty self-explanatory. I think they explain it too on the side, but I'm gonna explain it, you know, again for you. Straight from the horse's mouth. There we go. Alright. Let me turn this off. So you know, hear all them footsteps and shit. Alright. So you go here. You drop this down. Usually you have a plus. Hit it, turn to a minus. You already know. These 4 are the basic dual zone settings that we've been going over in the last video. And these are the new ones right here. So you got eye gaze minimum dead zone and eye gaze maximum dead zone. This is the same thing as your dead zone for your stick. So basically the same as just dead zone, maximum and minimum dead zone. So minimum is for stick drift. Maximum, just keep that at 0. Basically, you only put this up if you got stick drift, and you put it up until your stick drift stops. My stick drift is terrible. The lower I put my minimum range, the higher I gotta put this. So yeah, that's why I just opted not to go 500 cents. I was gonna go 500 and then tweak all this, but I just decided let's just go 200 and then just lower my minimum range and raise my statics so it feels pretty fast without me having to put my sensitivity all the way up and mess with my stick. Cause I don't want to put this any higher than 9. Honestly, it probably didn't even have to be this high. I just got it on 9 because that's where my stick stopped drifting at. And I probably can put it lower and still do good, but hey, whatever. Max, this is your maximum dead zone. So this one right here, maximum range. And you know, this is the percent of the stick you push to get into your high sensitivity. Just leave that at 0 because you want to be able to do that immediately because you know people move really fast in this game. You won't be able to flick immediately. So I suggest keeping that on 0. Oh, excuse me. Okay, horizontal max dead zone sensitivity boost. This is that extra boost you get. This is like an extra boost you get when you hit your max dead zone. And if you don't want any boosts, just go ahead and put it to 0. I had mine on 0, but then I started practicing with it on 100 unknowingly, and I've gotten used to it like this now, so I'm just keeping it like this. And it's pretty cool for flicking. Like you can flick really good like this, like really fast. So that's what that is. This is just how much boost you get when you hit your max dead zone. Vertical max dead zone sensitivity boost, the same thing as horizontal. It's just, you know, a vertical. Keep mine on 0 because I don't need to be flicking my stick up and down really fast. You know, it's harder to control your stick going up or down. So that's why you always, you know, when you make your sensitivity, you put your vertical lower than your horizontal. It's easier to control your crosshair like that because your screen is wider than it is long, if that makes sense. So you want to lower vertical because you don't have as much screen to travel up and down, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just keep my boost on 0 for that. Max dead zone latency response time. This is when damn, what is this? I think this is when when you push your stick and your shit is about to accelerate into your high into your sensitivity. This is when it will respond. I'm guessing. Oh, it says it right here. I'm tripping. delay before acceleration activates when the stick enters maximum dead zone. So yeah, it says set to 0 to begin acceleration immediately, or to 100 for a 1 second delay. So if you want to accelerate immediately when you enter your high end of your stick, just go ahead and keep that on 0. But if you want, some delay, you can raise it some. Or if you want a whole second, like a full second delay, just put it on 100. That's like strictly that's preference right there. I got mine on 0 because I like my shit to act immediately. Your max dead zone response time. This is for your boosts. If I'm not mistaken, hold up. Let's just read it. Time it takes for peak extra sensitivity upon reaching max dead zone. So yeah, this is when you get your. This was when you go into your high end. You remember that extra boost that we talked about earlier, like the horizontal boost and shit like that. This is when this is when it will kick in. So you can put it on 0 if you want it to kick in immediately, or raise it if you want it to happen a little later, or 100 for a second delay, same as this one right here. But yeah, this is when it's going to kick in. This is your base acceleration for when you're about to get into your high end. That's when that's going to kick in. Vertical boost up and down, horizontal side to side, and these are just your dead zones. Stick drift and just keep that on 0. And yeah, man, then the new settings is not as complicated as these ones. It's not like, it's just base stick stuff. And that's it, man. All right, I'm out. Hope that helped.